Alright, I'm going to be demoing the new amp I just bought. It's called a Blueverb. It's custom made. A guy makes them out of Nashville, Tennessee. And he 100% money back guarantees that this is the nicest amp that you will ever play. If you don't like it, he will take it back. He'll tweak it for you, whatever you want. More whatever, less whatever. Or he'll give you your money back. But I recently purchased one. Waited for 6 months to get this thing, and it was totally worth it. So I'm going to do some demo here. I'm going to show you the tone. It's basically, the way he explains it is that he's taken the best aspects of all the Fender and Dumble years of all those amps, and he's basically put them into one amp. It's got a 1 and a 2 input, like the twin reverbs have. It's got a deep switch. The 1 and the 2 switches, instead of called 1 and 2, they're called hot and not, because the not is a little more clean. It's got a volume, a treble, a middle, a bass, a drive knob, a dwell, and a reverb, which is nice. I don't actually have the reverb on because I'm in a pretty big room, and that would kind of be too much. It's got a tremolo, speed, intensity, and it's got a pre and a post master gain knob. It's also got a soul control, which I've never seen, which is basically adds sparkle to the amp. It adds like a sparkly kind of Fender sound if you turn it up, but if you turn it down, it gets a little darker, like a Marshall would. On the back, it has 2 knobs, which I'm not going to show you, but on the back, it has 2 knobs that are smooth and sparkle knobs, which, if turned clockwise, add treble and add a little bit harsher of an overdrive. If you turn them counterclockwise, it smooths out the overdrive, and it really has a nice sound. And he was right when he said that it was the nicest amp I'd ever play. I've had numerous Fenders, Twins, Evil Twins, Princetons. I've had Marshalls. I've got a Blues Breaker, and this amp, it just takes the cake. It really does. So let me just give you a quick little overview of what it looks like. See, it looks basically like a deluxe reverb almost. Same kind of setup. Fender casing. It's got an Eminence red, white, and blues speaker in it, a 12-inch. I'm going to be demoing this with my Les Paul Standard that has custom wound WCR pickups in it. They're modeled after the Crossroads track that are Clapton played in cream. Yeah, so let's give it a whirl. Now, the amp also has high power and a low power. I'm in low power right now, in triode mode, and the overdrive is just very warm and very smooth. I'll start with the volume down so you can get kind of a feel for how clean you can get this amp, even with the drive all the way up. So I have the volume on the guitar at about 2. I'm going to play a little Greenie, Peter Green song. And with me not even touching the guitar or the tone or anything, and I hit it harder. You can still get kind of a nice crunch. Now, if I start to turn the volume up, I'm on the neck pickup, by the way. pickup. Blues breaker kind of sound. I have the volume on 10, treble on 8, mid on 2, bass on 2, drive on 10, dwell and reverb off, speed intensity off, solo on 7, pre and post on about 7. So that is kind of that classic twin overdriven blues breaker sound. Now I'm going to change the amp up, and I'm going to run it in high power so you can see what the clean tone sounds like. One thing that sucks about this amp is where you put the high and low switches right by the tubes, and I always burn my hand. Alright, so now I'm in high power rather, in pentode mode, which is a bit louder. Well, it's much louder, it's not that loud. Okay. Now I'm going to put the pre and the post all the way up. I'm going to take the drive down to 1, and the volume around 7. And let's see what we got. Got the volume on the guitar about 4. The volume 10. The volume on the amp up to 10.